Hello and welcome to this episode of No Blasters with me, Kieran Bartlett. Before we get into today's episode, let me tell you about our Patreon, which is over at patreon.com/No Blasters. This is the home of No Blasters Extra Time, which is a whole other podcast packed with FIFA and other games that we roll out every Thursday. It's a great time. We have our comedy specials on there. You get gig announcements and discounts on there. It's a great time. So get on over. Never mind the mock blame that's out for sale at the minute. We have the old ones on there. Comedy, like when I say specials, I'm talking about our live podcasts. We also do live podcast stream once a month. It's a great time. So get on over to patreon.com/No Blasters. Great times. Today's episode, where do you see this, is sponsored by Doogie's Goodies. Of course it is. The best bakery in the world. It's up on Church Street in Ballymena. Nearly dropped it. Look at this. So they sent this to me this morning with a note that said, Kieran, we know you're trying to be good, so we're helping you out with one of your 5 a day. They've sent me a giant carrot. Look at this. Oh my. Your left. My left. Fosty's pointing the wrong way to me. Sorry. Everything's, look, it's all gone wrong. Great times.
So hard delegate you're being in that box, but see if we weren't here.
If you weren't here, I'm getting in that with my feet. Now, this is a great time. So get on over to doogiesgoodies.com where you can order cakes like this. You can order special occasion cakes, all different flavours. This is actually a chocolate, cream chocolate, French fancy inside that icing. It's going to be a great time. You can order figure cakes, like, numbers and things like that. You can get pictures put on the cakes. It's a great time. You can also get, you can order, boxes of mixed treats and whatever. Give them 48 hours notice for when you need it, and you'll have your cake. Do you know what's epic about it as well? It's not even that there. It is literally cheap as chips. It's brilliant. It's great value. Get over to doogiesgoodies.com. Check them out. We love them. They love us. My doctor hates it, but anyway. Today's episode, last but not least, is sponsored by Manscaped.com. Speaking about carrots, it's coming into springtime. You want to shave the hair off it. Get yourself. You want to trim the parsnip. It's time. Mine's really more like a horseradish, but anyway, not a horseradish, just a radish. So
chipolata.
Yeah. So get over to Manscaped.com. Use the code NoBlasters20. That's all one word, No Blasters, and then the number 20. So No Blasters 2, No Blasters 20 for 20% off and free shipping. I highly recommend the ball deodorant. I highly recommend the Lawnmower 5.0, which is a great wee anti-snag kind of technology. Great for getting in and around and giving yourself that great old spring clean. So you want to, it's coming in the spring, it's coming in the summer. You want to be fresh. You don't need them anymore. You don't need to keep all that heat around them. So let them breathe. Get a wee shave on the go. I also highly recommend the ball deodorant and ball wipes, like I said. Also ball toner. Ball toner is not just a great rhyme for ball toner, a great Sandman that we know. It is also a great little product for wee spritz. You maybe come out of the shower, you just want to leave something nice on them. It's a great time. It's like aftershave for your bag. So get on over and check that out over at manscaped.com. We love them. They love us. Let's get stuck into today's episode. Today's guests, none other than West Belfast comedy legend Paddy McDonnell and Strabane, comedy hero, we would go for. Comedy myth.
Most important person, Strabane.
The most important. I love that.
Would you disagree?
Hugo would too. But you have a great Hugo.
Yeah, it's great. Fuck him. Anyway, sorry, Hugo. Skiddly eye tie. Now,
Skiddly.
I know, yeah. It's all water under the Brittany Eye Bridge. Now, the Boyle. So, or as he calls himself sometimes on stage,
Do you know what I was thinking?
Great.
Sitting here, if we had one more fat cunt, we could have the biggest game of Hungry Hippos.
Basketballs in the middle.
Just put that cake in the middle.
That's amazing. Do you remember that game?
Remember? I took her my cousin's tooth.
Yeah. You what?
My cousin's tooth. Fucking hit her.
Her?
So she was cheating now. Take that, you cunt.
They're all over 30 when that happened. Like, you know what I mean?
It's only like a couple of years ago.
That's amazing. That's great. We were talking about that and stuff before we get stuck in here. So we were talking about like, which is hilarious, but like we were talking about it, and we were saying about how she was saying normally you would maybe be doing like 5
Not
shits in a day.
Like genuinely.
That was your.
A day. Like I was talking
Like
about it on a
rabbit shits, or-
podcast. No, like it could be different consistencies. I'm not saying that it was all the same shit, but if I ate something, I would need the shit.
Yeah.
So it's one of them things where get up in the morning, shit, then had something to eat for your breakfast, maybe 10, 11 o'clock, shit. Like it used to be a thing on the side. People used to go, you away for another shit? And I used to go, I do my admin. And now I'm not shiting as much. I don't get as much admin done. Like the many
whip the
emails
phone out,
and stuff,
yeah.
I can do a lot. Like never buy a second-hand phone because what phones are used and when they're used. Like think about it. Most of your work and most people use the phone when they're either fucking eating over the top of it or they're shiting.
Sometimes I'd hold the shade in, looking for my phone.
Because you can't
Like,
have
and
a shit.
I'm going to poison myself. I can't find the phone. I'm shouting, where's my phone?
Do you know what I mean?
No one used to read the shampoo bottles.
Did you used to read them?
Yeah, they read on when you're inside.
I like to read.
Don't you?
Book?
Yeah. No,
There's nothing better
I
than reading.
don't do books anymore. I found that the
TikTok.
it would pick up the stink of a shit.
Just
Yeah. I used to have a mate though that used to like the. Well, sorry, this is the thing because like shitting 5 times in a day would be excessive to me. But it's all about what's regular for you, isn't it? Everyone's different. So some people shit 5 times a day and that's normal for them. I like to evacuate in the morning.
Me too.
Great word. And then
Clockwork.
maybe some stage in the day there might be a wee ghost one
Wee
hanging
Ferrero
around.
Rocher,
Yeah.
just
Worst
to-
one, no, the ones don't wipe away.
Oh, the worst.
It's like your man in the shower and they keep pouring.
Oh yeah.
And you keep wiping and wiping, and
Yep.
you're going, when is this going to end?
Yep. It'd be
The
like
dot that doesn't leave.
it'd
But
be
it's
like
the same amount of shit each
Would
day,
you-
Yeah.
and you're going
And
like
do you
this
go
isn't-
ahead?
What?
Would you ever just go, fuck it? Even with a wee dot, you're just going, you know what? Let's face the day together.
And do you know what? Do you know what?
wee dot, a wee dot.
You know within 45 minutes that you've made the biggest mistake of your life.
Yeah.
Because your hole is now a wee bit fucking greasy and a wee bit stingy, and
Yeah.
you're
All
going.
over the place.
You've got
I-
nappy rash even though you're
There-
37.
There's a fucking party going on in my trunks here.
Yeah.
With bacteria.
a rave.
So the
Yeah.
5 shades a day, you must be driving sometimes and going, oh, fuck.
I hate that.
I did get to the stage where it was touch and go whether you're making it. They're not holding.
Have you ever got
What
caught
shit
short?
myself on loads of times.
Not be drinking on it. They're just,
Loads of times.
because I know
You
one
used to
guy
have
that-
that amazing bit of stand up. Like
Loads of
that was
times.
I cracked my head off.
Haven't you
This
pissed
is-
yourself?
So
No.
he used to do a bit. I won't tell the bit, but he used to do a bit essentially about shitting himself. Now the first night I saw him doing it was in Lavery's, and not shitting himself, doing this bit about it, and
He used to shave himself on stage. It was like alternative comedy back then.
and he was on, and this was when Lavery's still had the big pillar that used to be there, and it was when the stage. So now if you're
door,
looking
yeah.
at the stage, it was when it was on that side, down at the door, and it was down there. We were sitting at the pillar, like, and he started telling us, and then he got to the sort of the bit, like the closing bit of this was sensational, by the way, and I absolutely fucking smashed my head off that pillar because I laughed and went back, and I mean like when you properly like, it wasn't like a wee graze or a wee hit where you go fuck. I literally hit it and went, don't know maths anymore. Like it was just like properly fucking sore. And I think I've only done that twice where I've actually injured myself laughing. That was one. And Gaddis's bit about the what do you call them, like those ping pong shows in Thailand was
I
another
love
one.
that. Just pulling the stuff out.
Yeah, like that was fucking that was another time where I
Some
absolutely
laugh, yes.
twatted my fucking head off some of the furniture in Lavery's. Like,
See the bit Geddes was saying about if you're in the moon, you crack one out. You get your mate the spunks going. You do that to the minute turn around, you wanker.
yeah. Unreal.
Time I
like-
was caught once. It was a belter. Coming back from work and I didn't have the
I'd
house
say you
keys.
shit yourself more than once.
This one was caught doing a shite. I shit myself pints of times, boys. I'm fucking far older than you. Played these shit stories, but this one was I didn't have the keys with me and I was getting the lift to work and on the way back, when your brain says I need a shite, landed to the house, no keys, nobody is in. But the brother-in-law lived across the road, went over there, checked there, nobody in. But I was leaving, so I was like, where am I going to do it? I was looking under the trampoline, I says, get under there and do it. No. So I went into the shed, took my trousers, shoes, socks, everything from there down off, because I didn't want any fucking spray, you know what I mean? And put a bin liner on the ground. And then when I was just readily squeezed, the shed door opened.
Oh.
And the neighbours were just pulling in the car. And the boy next door was lifting his ween out of the car seat and turned around to see me.
Is there
I
anything
didn't tell
worse?
the wife for like
Is
I love
months.
it.
She didn't hear for months.
I like it. I like you're like being like revealed to like a prize. Just
That,
you know what I mean?
that family live next door to you, and I live in Surrey.
Sorry.
That's mental.
I'm out of here.
Oh, and it was one of them ones you're pacing around going, how am I going to deal with this one? Like, how am I... They go in and say to them,
Do
sorry.
you know
but
what? Like when somebody's
staring
watching you
right at
shitting, you can only stare back.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to batter on.
Do you know?
Batter on. I had a mate who used to have a thing where he used to, like, if he went into a building for the first time,
had to
he
shit.
would literally feel
Leave his
compelled to take a shit. And like, so like, if he came to your house for the first time, 10 minutes would go by and
I'm
he'd
the
go,
opposite.
can I use your bathroom? And he would, I know I'm the complete
I never
opposite.
shit at school from
I-
P1.
Mate, never did I.
Never. Even if I was in a 5-story building, I would go in, I'd have to close the window in
I
case
did.
somebody looks on.
I did one absolute emergency shit in first year in school, and it was, and I mean, emergency.
no choice.
I was actually in the office trying to go home. I went home a few times from school to take a shit. Like said,
Aye,
here
the
I'm not well.
The best one ever was my mate's dad, who drove for fucking Translink, city bus back in the day,
Right.
and they lived in Brook Drive, and his dad drove the bus to his house. I went in and had a shite, and came back out again. And all the people in the bus, and he gets sacked, like, and they were like, and he was like, I needed a shit, and I don't shit anywhere but my
It's
house.
funny. I was literally on the
crowded.
way here this morning. I didn't need to shit, but I was thinking about, because I was in traffic, and I thought, you know, when you see the hard shoulder sitting there, and the thought enters your mind, fuck, wonder
There's a connection.
could I be that person that fucking rakes up a hard shoulder? Then I go, I'm gonna get caught. What could I say? And I could say,
I need a shit.
it's a medical thing. And they could go, what? And I would go, it's a shit right now. Like, and I'm not shitting myself in my car.
I was.
Would you get away with that? Do you think?
No. You
What
don't.
is a fuck
You wouldn't,
you're allowed to say in
you
public?
wouldn't get away with
if
saying you needed a
see,
shit.
see if you pull into that hard shoulder on the motorway in traffic
Yeah.
to let an ambulance pass, right? You'll get done.
Mental.
It's fucking crazy. Like, I remember seeing your mum went through the red light and they done him. And he was like, I'll never move for an ambulance again in my life.
Mental. We get we got pulled over there recently for being in the outside lane. I've never heard this in my life.
Going too slow.
We weren't even though. We're doing like
What
literally.
did he say you were?
No, we're literally doing the limit. Like, and I do mean this because we were on like a limiter, so we're on it.
Was there somebody behind you trying to get
No.
past? What?
So they were. Chloe was driving. They were behind us. Chloe moved in, let them pass. They pulled in front of us, and then slightly further up the road, we went to go around them. But only like genuinely on the limiter. Chloe's very,
Aye.
you know, like on that. Plus, I had been pulled over for speeding on the way on holiday a couple of weeks ago. So there's been a lot of chat about it. Now,
Is this down south?
I got pulled over.
Did the guards get you?
I got pulled over just
On the
right at the border, like at the, you know, you go up that hill at the side and you're
Right, our side?
no, on our side. Yeah,
What were you
PSI.
doing and what?
I was speeding. No,
How fast?
100.
I was doing. No, I was doing about 80, 82.
On a
You're going to
30.
get points, amazing.
Yeah.
Across the primary school.
Yeah. Fucking hit the ramp, just land in Dundalk.
It wasn't a ramp, it was a tramp.
So I'm doing one of them wee speeding courses. So I got
Did I ever
lucky.
tell you about me turning up as dressed as steak?
Dressed as the Stig? No.
They were.
The steak? No,
But where'd you turn up to?
The hotel, Stormont Hotel. Well, I was caught speeding on that bypass there, and it was like 30
Oh, you
steps.
showed up to the course.
No way.
And I turned up dressed as a steak because I was like 37 miles an hour, like
Yeah.
really speed limit here. And your mom was like, I just walked in, just stood there with a motorbike helmet on and a fucking race fucking onesie. And he just looked
White.
at me and he went, You've literally got 30 seconds to remove the helmet, identify yourself as somebody that needs to be in this awareness class before I get the police involved.
Oh
and
my
if you are
God.
meant to do the course, you are going to be off the course. And I was like, fuck, so I took the helmet off. I was like, it's a bit of a joke. Like, I was doing 37. He's made me feel like the stag here. And he's like, sit down and do the course or leave.
There's nothing worse. Somebody cancels out your fun.
But
I'm doing one. I'm doing one
everybody-
next week.
Everybody was laughing. And then the second thing I said that made him put me out of the class was he started talking about bikes, white bikes being painted white and placed at a certain place. And he was like,
Oh, the
do
ghost
you know,
bike thing.
do you know what that's for? And
I
people
don't
were
know what it's for, I just know
well,
it's
if
called the
somebody
ghost
has
bike.
died in a road traffic accident or something.
Oh, really?
Right. So this is what he was explaining,
bleak.
right? And I says, and at the time the Italian
Waste of a
race
bike,
came
like.
here. Do you remember that?
Pardon? Oh, the Giro d'Italia.
Giro d'Italia was here, and they were getting loads of pink bikes put everywhere.
Yeah, I remember
And I
that.
says, see the pink ones? Oh, they're just injured. And he put me out. And I had to do the course again.
People
That's
laugh.
mental.
Huh?
The people laugh.
They were laughing their ball, like they were laughing from I walked in because they went in as the stag, like.
I did one, or sorry, I'm doing one like in like a week.
It's the
I've
points
stupid-
and the
I've-
fine. You get the points and you have to do the awareness
You,
course. or
you don't
pay
know
the
you
fine.
don't you,
No,
it's-
you-
you don't get the
you don't get
points.
the
You
points
get
if
you
you
get
do
the
the course.
fine. Yeah, so you pay the fine and the course fee.
Then you get the course fee back. And I do.
No, you pay the course.
Then there's something you return, but I missed mine and had to do the whole lot and the course fee. So I paid the course fee and the fine, got the 3 points on the course fee.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So like
I missed
that's
the wrong place.
so this if you just pay the money that's for the course and you haven't paid the fine yet, it's this price. But if you pay the
Aye.
fine and the course fee, you get the fine back.
Yeah. So I paid both and I missed the
Aye.
course because I went to the wrong place.
So you end up getting the whole lot.
Mine's online. This is online, so it's gonna be
They
Zoom.
make you turn
Oh, is there
the
Zoom?
camera right round the room, so be careful. To
Well,
make
no, it's not. I'll not do it in
make
the
sure-
sex cave under the
To
house.
make, to
Yeah,
make,
shit.
make sure nobody's in the room. Like, it's fucking. There's some weird thing about it. I remember.
weird.
Because somebody's dad got fucking.
Just get the boy
Caught
on
on
the camera.
doing something.
Hide.
Well, he was on to something like that.
Mental. I can't be fucked with like, but I mean, Do you know what? I know I was in the wrong,
you
but
speeding?
yeah, I was speeding.
When you were wrong,
The thing. God.
You're a lawbreaker.
The thing that I do you know it was one of them things though where like
What were you doing? What was the speed?
like about 80?
80 and a what?
And a 70. My previous cars, genuinely, both of them would, especially that last one, that's it. See, once you got to about 65,
Shut.
it'd start doing that.
So
So
you
you knew when it was
You're
doing
right.
that you were sitting around 70.
This thing's too smooth.
If you're in a quality car,
It's too nice. So like
don't
you,
know.
actually just don't even. I'll say this because it's automatic.
Hegemonic.
These are yeah.
Is it?
these are excuses, but they're all
I was
true.
caught doing a 90 on the M1 and
Which is nice
the
looking.
cop for a 90-year-old
Just the hard shoulder. Yeah.
On the hard
Giving her the hard shoulder.
Crusty
like,
hard
yeah.
shoulder.
Hold her under there. But I was just nice to the cop and he let me go.
Oh.
90.
To be fair, I was nice and totally admitted this, right? But when Chloe got pulled over, this is so strange. So so we went to go around them. Then he pulled out in front. Lights come on. Hand comes out, telling us to get over. So we pull in, and Chloe's going, I'm not speeding. Like, what's going on? We're only doing 70. Like, and I think we're like maybe at like 68. Do you know what I mean? So we weren't even fully on it. And pulls us in, and gets out and says, "Do you know that you're not allowed to sit in that lane?" And she was like, "What?" And he goes, "Give us your license." And I reach into I reach into the glove compartment for it, and he goes, "You're not allowed to just sit in that outside lane." And she goes, "I was doing the limit." And I sort of look at him, I guess, and he goes to me, "I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to her." And I went, "Okay." I'm what? Right? So I handed over. I hadn't even fucking said anything. I probably had a bake on me when he said you're not allowed to sit there. Probably went, right?
Steak bake.
Right? Yeah. So he then said he takes license and he goes, this is a ticketable offence, but I'm gonna let you go now just with a warning. You're supposed to pull out and then pull back in, pull out and then pull back in. I'm going. Firstly, I've never heard this in my life, and it may well be true. And I'm sure, judging on the way people fucking get on these comment sections, well, actually, Carol, other section fucking of the fucking highway code, you're actually not meant to. Right? don't write in about this, right? So I'm just saying I'd never heard that in my life, but I'm also going, but if you're in the outside line
Aye.
doing 70 and you're not going faster and you're not going slower, and you are going to go around somebody, is that not? You're not
That's
allowed
right.
to do
That's
that.
a
I was
law,
just
yeah.
going.
That's a lot.
It just seemed really weird. I've never.
Do you know?
It's different if it's empty and it's.
It nearly
yeah.
seemed like he's going. Now, if you want to get around somebody, you need to be doing 75.
Have
Do you
you
know?
get stopped by the cops to get a selfie yet?
No,
Have you?
no.
Like on more than one occasion.
Not in the
Do you know
car.
my
Not in the
scariest-
car.
Do
I've
you
had a
know
couple
what?
of photos
Do you know
of
what?
in real
It's
life.
one of them ones where I'm like, lads, can we do this out of West Belfast?
Yeah, yeah.
Because me
dad's
standing
right.
with the cops going,
Follow me up Lanark Way here, and then we'll do it.
Oh,
I will get shot.
do you know my? You see when you seen that, the cop doing that, you already start getting nervous.
You do.
You're like,
You do.
the worst one happened to me was I was working, or the crowd I worked in. I said it in the last podcast. Do you know the Ulster Rugby Club?
Yeah, yeah.
I was up there and I was doing a charity thing out by the buckets. But what I did was I parked in the residence place across the road.
Oh, right,
And I
okay.
ignored all the signs going, don't park here,
Yep.
because I don't go to watch rugby or nothing like that.
I collecting for the Green Cross.
So I was out collecting, and then we were watching. You got into the match free, and then I heard on the intercom, could car such and such come to reception, do you know? And I'm that stupid that I didn't even realise they were calling out my number plate, but the mute.
Right,
It was
right.
like, at you, I would fuck off. It was, I'm telling you, man, it's just. And then I remembered, fuck, I'm in the residence place. So we went down, I says, right, it was freezing, snowing. Watched half of the match, and I says, Mum, we'll go on, and I went out, and the resident was there. No fucking, you're in front of my house. I was actually blocking her and everything.
Oh.
And I put on the charm fences with the cops. I said, sorry, but they're saying no charity and all
Yeah.
that, and I don't know this area. And they went, right, we'll
I'm
let you
so
off.
busy collecting money for the dying kids, man. I'm
Exactly.
sorry, like, yeah.
So this happened. Windows were steamed up. I had two guys in the car with me, and your man says, right, and I was reversing. Said to your woman, sorry about that, trying to get out fast. Started reversing, heard the doof. Looked out the window, just seen the cop sliding down the hill. Knocked him off his motorbike.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? And because of half my family were in the I was like, that's me going to Castlereagh.
Oh, my God.
I shit myself. So I got out, and the two boys, I says, boys, I just knocked the cop off his bike. What happens here, like?
Did they go, yeah?
They started laughing, and I was like, boys, this is fucking serious, and I'm sweating and shitting myself. Because this was say in Strabane, growing up, whatever, anything like that. If that happened, you're doing life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, what the I got out and helped your man up. He's covered in muck. Bike a wee bit damaged, because I heard the but I heard the thud in him, and then I got up, and he was like, I'm all right. And I knew he was embarrassed, and I was sorry. Next month, the sergeant landed. He disappeared. Sergeant says he's away to the hospital to check for injuries. Then they got the white tape out. The whole thing was cordoned off. My bosses and all were coming out of the match. There's me surrounded by cops standing out the front of the room, right at the gates. No,
Aye, in that street,
that
yeah.
straight across.
Ravenhill, is this?
Yeah,
Aye.
where like it goes like that. The you know, the stadium's in there, and, it goes
And then the
like
house in the
that,
States
aye.
across from it.
Yeah.
There. And they kept me for a couple of hours, and it was a whole thing. And then your man was off 2 months in the sick and got $8,000.
Hashtag claim where there's
My
where
insurance,
there's
first time
claims.
insurance called out to my house. They sat down with me.
Have
They
you
go
been
through the
injured in
event.
an accident that wasn't your fault? Was there a stupid Strabane bastard driving
Yes.
a car?
With
might be
steamy
entitled.
windows and the hard shoulder.
That's fucking mental.
But
I
my
don't- I
heart
haven't-
was in my mouth. I thought, you know, all these things, you just think you're going to jail.
Do you know what's mental though? I have this thing where I'm like, I would really like, I would harbor like, I harbored all that stuff about being caught speeding for a couple of days when I was away, right? I don't forget about stuff like that easy, right? I'm like, oh my God, right? And like, if I scratch my car, I'd be like, I'll annoy me for a really long time. But see, my brother and his wife, they live in Canada now, but when they were living in like Somerset, they're just twatting their cars off stuff like all the time. Just like, oh, here we're all, because everybody just rakes around. They live in a place called the Lanes, and it literally is just like single lanes, fucking bushes up, you know, right over the top of your car, like on either side. And people just fucking run into each other all the time. And it's just like, oh, fuck, sorry.
And you're on a bit of script, but imagine knocking
You know,
a cop off the bike. It's
no,
just,
that's fucking
could you just
mental.
see him disappearing?
If I hit anybody or anything with it, like
Especially a cop on a motorbike.
see when we were on holiday, or do you know what, this was mental. I saw we went out on one of the nights just for a wee spin in the car from the hotel. And when we went back to it, some guy pulled in right. So sorry, we pulled into the wee car park, and there's a bit of the car park. There's a big field beside it, and there was it was actually kind of scary. There was a wild deer just standing there, but it was sort of scary because it was sort of giving us the devil eyes, right?
horns and all?
And then fucking antlers and all. And then we realised it had like a
You've been
wee.
just shooting a fucking whiskey commercial.
I know. I just it had like a wee.
You're like, you're in front of the camera. That can't move.
Get out of the hard
It
shoulder.
had like a gimpy leg, right?
Was it Willie Thompson there?
Not my words, Willie, for watching.
I'm not laughing.
Friend. So he's sitting there. He has like, and it was sort of like all raw and all, so it must have it had hurt itself or in a fight, and sort of sitting looking at us. It looked like a fairly young deer anyway, and I don't know why I'm saying that as if like I'm some expert.
Young
but
deer?
I know, yeah.
That's a young deer.
I know, right? A youthful buck, as they say, right? So it's like look at
Tell the truth. You're looking at it going, I could hit that.
I did joke with Chloe. I was like, here, it's got a bad leg, like.
Brush his teeth and wipe
Put
his
it out of
hair.
its misery.
Take
and we'll-
The Christmas market.
Yeah,
This is prime.
Bring
mate.
it, yeah. We'll bring it down to chef and see what he do it for us, right? So I was sort of just sitting. We're sort of like, taken aback, like we're sitting watching this fucking deer just do its thing, right? And then this guy came in. He sort of drove around. He drove around the car park like a real wanker, like to the point where I thought he's high, like not even drunk. He was like raking in and out of this is a tiny car park for about 30 cars. He's like raking in and out of spaces, but like leaving the car, if the space is sitting like that, he's getting into it like that, and then getting out and checking, getting back in and going, rake, fucking all over. And we're just sort of sitting looking at him. I can't remember why I started telling the story, but he's just fucking all over it, and we're just sort of sitting there going, what the fuck? And the deer is just staring at him.
Maybe the deer
It was-
used to work in the fucking.
Maybe he
car park.
fucking hit the deer.
It was one of the fucking weirdest nights. And then he got out of his car, looked at the deer, and the deer just went, and then walked off.
That's like the boy fighting the kangaroo, remember?
Yeah.
Went over and started boxing each other.
I love that. He just goes over and smacks it. It's great. That's a fucking great video. I saw a thing. Chloe showed me a video the other day on TikTok of like crocodile, like a crocodile coming up out of the water, just like up the sort of its front legs and its belly, and just doing like a proper, a crocodile fucking so deep.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, because when we were in a zoo in America, one of the lions properly roared, and everyone shot right because it was looking. So it's in like a massive.
Probably stood in a bit of Lego or something.
Shouldn't have double adapter.
It was fucking mental.
Fucking tigers. Leave them playing about.
The nicest lad in the world. And they're all like, whoa, it's fierce bastard. He's like, no, I'm really not.
It was like, do you know, like if you imagine like the enclosure's like a big circle, and it had loads of different animals in it with the lion, but the lions were in a bit where, so they have it like halved by, there's like water going through it too. So lions won't go across this water,
Right.
but they're fucking thinking about it because they're looking at all these animals that they would
That on the
definitely.
other side smoking.
Basically, you can tell like every day coming up to lunchtime, the lions are standing at the edge of that water going, I could make that, right? Because there's antelopes and all in the same
Like you
enclosure.
looking in the window, Doogie's Goodies.
It was like,
Just sitting there going, I'm trying to be good, but
Oh, I can murder it.
so they're sitting looking at it, and then we'd been standing watching it for a while, and it was great. And then we had walked over to a whole other bit of the zoo, and then you just heard it. But you actually, do you know, like a feeling at a concert sometimes where the bass hits and you feel it in your chest? It was like a proper,
Whoa.
and it just went, oh, and everybody just went,
a human reaction.
right?
Fight, flight,
you
or
just
freeze.
shit yourself, right? Everyone's shot. But this crocodile thing is doing, it's that same type of noise where it's a guttural, and it just comes up and goes, "Ugh." And this mad cunt just starts tapping this crocodile's hand. I'm like, you're a statistic waiting to happen. You can't, do you know how many people lose their arms to animals like that every year? And you're just going,
Oh,
fucking morons.
people underestimate animals. Like
Yeah.
That tiger, was it Tiger King or
Oh, that was mental.
Tiger.
Tiger King.
Tiger King? Wasn't it?
Tiger King.
You get
Yeah.
my accent.
Yeah. Tiger King, I remember that. What'd you call him?
Do you remember the girl volunteering?
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic, the wee girl was volunteering for him. She got her arm bit off.
Aye, and she.
Back next week.
But do you know what was mental about that? They didn't fucking mention that for ages. That was like episode 3 or something. She's been on chatting the whole time. You have no idea, and then she just sort of turns around.
iPad Sean fucking
not
her.
She just turns around and goes, "Oh yeah, I mean they're dangerous. Like I fully, this is fake." And you're just like, Why are you working with
I
him?
love one of the mates that didn't like him sprayed his shoes with like beef or whatever.
Oh,
And
so
when
the
it-
thing with fucking trying to eat it. Yeah.
I went, "Oh, what are you at?"
It's fucking.
Then he pulled his gun out then, didn't he? Then fucking started shooting.
I remember when there was one where he went in and shot one, wasn't it? He's a grim con. Is that the weirdest documentary you've seen? It's up there. Like, what's
You
the
know what,
weirdest?
did you ever watch Searching for Sugar Man?
No,
You haven't watched
I
yet.
haven't watched
You would love it.
no.
It's a bit. Don't actually go and watch it without even reading into it.
Right. What is it though?
It's about this singer that's in South Africa,
Right.
as big as the Beatles,
Right.
because he bootlegged his tape.
Right. Okay.
So he tried to be big in America. Did his album. Nobody bought it. Went back to the building site for years. Fucking bigger than the Beatles in South Africa. Did you boys see it?
I know
don't wanna
that
get-
it's
I don't
bigger than
wanna-
the Beatles in South
Bigger-
Africa.
bigger
Is
than
there
the
many
Beatles.
people in South Africa going, who is a Beatles?
Because do you remember during apartheid,
I do not know the Beatles.
the whole world wouldn't. They stopped selling
Help.
things. They
Help.
South Africa. They stopped.
Oh, because of apartheid?
Apartheid. They didn't. Do you know what I mean? They didn't. So they didn't hear anything.
Can I
Like
just
my
say-
jeans,
can I
it's
just
only
say-
apartheid now.
Apartheid, as they call it.
Apartheid.
Yeah, in the rest of the
Apartheid.
world.
That's good, man.
Apartheid?
So it's
Yeah.
just Sugar Man and we Tipex sent to somebody, and then they just copied it, and do you know what I mean? And just went massive.
So he's huge. But that's like
So
that's
the
like,
documentary's about this guy going to look for his family because he's dead, and you have to watch it. And the music's unbelievable.
I watched one there, or rather, we watched I think we watched the first. I think if it's it might be a 2-parter and we watched the first part, or it's a 3-parter and we watched the first 2 about some murder in
Cork.
And no, I've seen them. I've seen both those.
Good.
That was mental. That is
That
good.
is mental. It's like never been.
He's dead now. The guy that
The maddest documentary you have to say is your man what got done for murdering your woman, and then they found out he was innocent. What do you call that one? It was viral. It was massive.
Save you say making a murderer. Get out of here.
Is that it?
Aye.
Aye.
I love the way you're saying that though, as if like you should see making a murderer. Aye. Should have seen it 8 years ago as well. Like, you know,
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I can't believe
It's only come out in Strabane. And he's an uncle of mine.
Saban, no, we got
second
internet
pardon.
last
I'm
week.
like, I know that's actually funny to me that you brought that up. Like that's all like, oh, you'll never believe this, lads.
Did you ever see Sesame?
There's this film, right? It's about toys coming to life, right? It's mad. I can't remember.
That's a story about.
What are you on about? Dude, we got fucking Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs last week in the cinema bar.
Hey, I didn't know you can get it in colour.
That's
Fucking
mental.
amaze me.
No, the one that we were watching was a thing about. It was about a Irish guy who went missing in rural Australia, like out in the sticks. It was he'd been living there for a long time. Did you say tourist?
The Tourist.
All right, no, sorry, no.
Have you watched that?
That's good.
Is that the one with is that?
Dornan.
Oh, sorry, no. You said that, and I thought of Brosnan. What's that thing he's in?
Foreigner.
The Foreigner.
The foreigner, he's Jerry Adams.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
My daughter.
Jackie Chan hiding.
Yeah, Ray, did not kill your daughter.
So
Look at my daughter. I'm waiting for your mom to come fucking running in.
the accents, Paddy.
What was it?
Will be the downfall of us all. Like.
You're allowed to do an accent. That's what he talks like in the movie.
I don't want to. Usually jumps from building to building in New York and all. He goes to Belfast.
What do you call them?
know.
Done Rush Hour with Jackie Chan.
Chris Tucker.
They should have had him in. They should have had him in The Foreigner. Smoking in and going, hey, Jerry, man, you fucking killed his daughter. What's that?
You'd have been opening for him in Leverage.
You can do accents because that's how he talks
In the movie? Yeah, of course.
Anyway, right. So we went. Sorry. So this thing, right? So he's a guy. It was this old bastard, right? So it's this wee town, like I said, town, right? It's like there's a few fucking trailers lying around.
What's this called?
What is it? Yeah, making a fucking murderer. What do you call this Australian documentary?
Neighbours.
Home
Home and away.
Sons and daughters.
It's literally like it's literally where there's like these wee trailers sitting around.
Last stop, Laramie.
Last stop,
Good.
Laramie, right, mate? Just mental though, mental. Oh, why?
I would put my phone. on silent
Absolutely mental, right? So it's there's about 7 or 8 people. So this place apparently in the 90s, late 90s, booming. They're we have 40 cats around here playing cricket every day, right? And as you know, all it is, a place for old people to sort of go play cricket and drink beer in
Die.
mental heat, right? That's all it is. And it's just we have beers, and then some woman there makes pies, right? And
Killing people. Putting them in.
well,
Right.
so there
Sweeney Todd.
people start leaving, right? Just start leaving it because
Leaving or disappearing?
no, like actually leaving, and there's just nothing in it, and it leaves about literally like population like 11 people, right? And it's crazy. But they have a bar, but the bar's just like some guy's trailer. They're all very much walking around their monks, by the way. Like I mean, like it's like guys are just walking
Is it
around.
on Netflix?
Yeah,
Right.
guys are just walking around their cacks, and it's all like there's people like, and they all basically hate each other, right? But they're all talking about how good it used to be. So the woman who made the pies, her ex-husband, God help him, like I mean, I the guy's very ill, right? In the thing, he's like real emaciated looking and all, and he's talking about he's had his tongue cut off. From having cancer in his tongue and all. It's fucking wild, right? But then this Irish guy who was living there, I say Irish, I mean, they have video footage of him. He just sounds Australian because he lived there from he was like 18 or whatever, and he's about 50 odd, 60 odd. So he goes missing after like he'd been in a row with the pie lady a lot. He goes missing, and basically on Australian news channels, it becomes a thing where people are going, has she put him on one of her pies? Right? Like an actual accusation, right? People are going, did she kill him, chop him up, cook him, right? And then they have her on the news. And the news segment, I'm sure you can see this news segment, it's absolutely mental. The news segment is an actual, like, this is like on their main fucking, I don't know what their main news channel is. It's on one of the main news channels in Australia, the anchor. So the reporter says to her, well, some people are saying, you've chopped, whatever his name is, you've chopped Mickey up and, serve him one of your pies. And she's like, ha ha, I'm sure he wouldn't have tasted great in it. And then it cuts back to the woman in the studio, and she's like, ha ha, Sweeney Todd out in the Australian outback. But seriously though, if anybody knows where he is, like it was the fucking most mental turn into like news program again from like, ha ha, this man cunt's cooking people. And they're just like, seriously though, if you're affected by any of these issues, like it was fucking so weird. And then basically apparently, I mean, I don't, spoiler alert, maybe you don't even have to watch it. It's worth watching just for how mental some of these people are. But like essentially some guy in the town that was working for Pie Lady is meant to have, he's actually said in public that he twatted your man in the head,
Was
But
there
like,
that story about the artist? She made statues of people.
Right.
She found out her husband was having an affair and left the girl pregnant. The girl went missing, but their next statue in the exhibit was a pregnant lady.
oh shit.
Do you reckon they fucking... Joe Rogan says that?
Mental. There was one that we watched there recently. This is mental, totally worth watching. Like you will not see it coming. None of it, like we didn't see it. We're sitting there going, right, and it was like a guy, he'd been divorced. He went on, this is in America, he went on Plenty of Fish and, meets somebody, goes on a date with her, then meets somebody else, goes on a date with her, first woman shows up. And
See
it's,
that? I was thinking there's one I watched recently.
that one, whatever that one's called, will terrify. It would terrify anyone watching it. Any man who's single on a dating app will think twice. Like it's absolutely mad. Like,
well, that's the one where the girl and the fella,
the bunny boiler.
the girl, he says she got kidnapped.
I watched that. I didn't believe them.
America. Real American.
Yeah.
Housewives?
No.
No, whack over that.
No, this was. I saw that one.
I'm thinking what was
It was called like American
The Housewives of
American Nightmare. That one.
American Nightmare.
I watched. We watched that. It's weird.
It's weird
I
because
totally
you really don't see it. Like you don't believe he's constantly.
I didn't
Is
believe
this
it.
trying to
often.
watch on that the woman will watch Lummy? Is this with documentaries?
No, Chloe loves all that. Chloe will put it on, and
what I'm saying.
I'll come into the room. I'll come into the
Like, I
room.
don't want to watch this.
I'll come into the room.
You're like, what happened?
We go through
Well,
phases though. We go through phases
Don't
of
watch
like,
Love Island.
we're
CSI
sitting. We'll sit.
or fucking proper ones.
We'll sit down to watch like say we sit down with a bit of dinner in front of the TV or whatever. Sometimes we'll sit down, and it'll be like, do you know what? It's been a stressful wee time, or we've been very busy. Let's fire on a bit of fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine
cunts with no
or
kids.
a bit of Disney or whatever. I know, right? I know, right? Yeah, we get to pick our channels and all, right? And then there's
You
times though,
said sit down, and I'm jealous.
then there's times though where it's literally like, oh, who's getting fucking butchered today? Like,
Aye.
you know what I mean? And we'll do it for
Someone
days.
you both like.
Yeah.
And there's played.
I
20
have to
episodes.
watch something.
The Octopus, we watched that
I
one.
have to watch something. I can't wait. Like, see when Game of
You-
Thrones
aye.
was out, I couldn't have watched it while it was being like
Aye, like
bit
one a
released
week.
every
Yeah.
week.
You wait
I'm
those
like,
box sets.
Mum, it has to be, and then just fucking.
Yeah, you just
and
shit
then she'd
through
be
it.
coming down at 5 to 5 and going.
You have to
go to
sometimes
work.
watch the episode again because
you're-
you're pretending.
Yeah.
You're going to work in an hour,
Ah.
and you haven't been to bed, and I'm like, I need to see what happened to the dragon.
That's addictive personality, we're saying.
I needed to see what happened to your man.
See
You
that?
get up to 18 and a half stone.
Have you seen?
That attitude.
Yeah, have you seen that? Have you seen that Octopus one? It's out at the minute. It's a conspiracy thing. It's called like American Conspiracy, the Octopus Killings. It's not actually about an octopus, which is sort of devastating. It's about like 8 people, like 8 power brokers in America, and it's like, basically, essentially, like all the illegal shit that it was like the CIA were doing massive illegal shit in order to make money to fund spy stuff that they couldn't do officially. It's fucking. I wish. Do you know what though? I wish somebody had just said that exact sentence at the start of the documentary
Aye.
instead
So
of
that you
like
know.
sitting there so you have to watch 4 hours
Waiting for
to
the
understand that's what it's about. But it was fucking mad, and all just every cunt that gets murdered in it, it's all like, oh, it's the worst case of suicide we've ever seen. He stabbed himself in the back 80 times. Do you know what I mean? You're like, all right, lads. Like everything was like, he's killed himself again. Fucking somehow he cut himself in half. You know, one half of his body's in the front of the house. Oh, it's
I watched
fucking
that Adam
mad.
Sandler movie last night. Did you
Was
watch
that the fucking?
I'm on Space. Did you watch it?
No, but that exact. I mean, do you remember Ernest isn't? Remember Ernest is in space. Sandler's
is in jail.
weirdly close to being like
It's not even a
Ernest.
comedy too.
Oh, it's real. It's like a drama.
He's
Because
an
he's starting
astronaut.
to. Sure, he done that one about the basketball too.
He's brilliant in drama. I think he's like so Hustle, and he did Uncut Gems
good.
is fucking great.
That was good.
Although those Safdie brothers films are just stress inducing. Like it's great at communicating a vibe.
Are
but
they Australian?
I don't know. I thought they were Americans. I mean, I was just Safdie's muse when he was writing Uncut Gems. Have you seen that clip of your woman that said that? It's quite funny. It was viral 2 years ago. Anyway, so what?
He'll not get it for another 8 years in Strabane.
So
We
what?
last time with the aerial in front of
What
the
was he? Yeah.
coat hanger.
Mate, do you remember having
still watching
remember
Bosco?
having to move? Remember having to
Bosco?
move aerials? Do you remember that?
I remember standing,
Do you remember?
changing the channel and holding the
My
coat hanger.
first remote control, genuinely, was a
your win?
snooker cue.
That was
Oh,
my
yeah.
man.
Bed at a snooker cue,
I had-
and they had the 5-button TV, so I would go, don't.
I had a TV. My first TV that was in my room used to be our Aiden's TV, and it was sort of old and a bit busted, right? And the wee button that turned it on at the bottom
busted.
was off, but the actual like the face of it was off, but the actual switch thing under it was there. But in order to change channels on this, and it didn't have a remote, it was just up and down on the thing, and it was 5 channels as well. And you had to in order to change channel, you had to switch it off and on, and you could change channels for about 8
to do that.
seconds. Yeah, and I used to lie in such a way where I could reach it with my toes,
I was able to do that too.
and I was doing that until
It's
I
just
was.
one of them TVs that they could double up as a mahogany table. go to
Oh
the-
no, the ones you're on about though. Yeah, we had one of those.
I had
Yeah.
a traveller once that had 2 TVs. but one of them had volume and one of them had a picture. So
Oh,
it was
my
the
God.
volume and the one was the stand for the one that you could watch, but the bottom one was the speaker.
Imagine watching
I
like
remember.
Champions League with fucking EastEnders on as well. Do you know what I mean?
My dad got the contract to clean out Argos when I got firebombed, blew up.
Great.
And I guess it was
Some
the
stuff.
80s. Aye, so we all had hi-fis and TVs that were half melted. Because like
Hi-Fis?
they weren't like you know like we would have had the
just a
state-of-the-art
hi-fi,
hi-fi, but
you
the
know,
front of it
it's
was
all
melted
melted
down,
off.
so you couldn't actually see what channel and all that. Like I was and this stuff like with training bags and all and weightlifting stuff that smelled like the bomb. But my dad brought microwaves home and nobody had microwaves, and my ma got one from my granny. There was a wee white one, and they brought it in. My gran was looking at it in the kitchen. And he went, so what's that? We're going to get TV dinners now from the TV. So he thought a microwave was a TV that cooked the dinner.
Oh my god.
Because he had heard TV dinners.
Yeah.
And he was like, I wouldn't eat them TV dinners. And they're like, it's your soup you made yesterday. We're heating it up. Nah, it's a TV dinner. Because he thought the microwave was a TV.
That's mental.
It was
I
fucking,
remember-
like, it was like he thought it was voodoo. This was voodoo.
I remember
Fucking thing
our
to be
Fiona
done.
had been over to America. Like, she went away to America. Must have been like 89 or 90, maybe 90. I feel I have memories enough of her coming home, so I must have been 4 or 5 anyway. So she was away visiting like one of our uncles or whatever over there, and when she came back, apart from like bringing like epic Turtles toys, thank you, Fiona.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, amazing toys. Apart from that, she brought back like a Soda Stream thing, but then was sending us microwaves are everywhere over there, and we didn't have one. I remember like she went with my mom to get a microwave. It was big. It was like a fucking TV. Like it was.
A big oven.
It was massive. We had it for fucking years. Like I mean, did everything. It was fucking mental. But I just
Just get the kids ready for school in the morning.
used to. I know it just used to fuck. But it would
Fresh
fully.
accents.
It wasn't like it ones now where it actually does a really good job of not
Had
fucking your
loads
food
of
up.
functions.
This was just like it was
You
just
could
like
roast a chicken in it.
yeah, and this one was just though it would just nuke. Like say if you put pasta in it, just rubberized it. Like just
Aye.
fucked it so hard. Like
See the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
great.
Did you love them?
Yes,
Did you?
Michelangelo.
But do you know what they're called over here? Hero Turtles.
I remember that.
So everything, I went Project Children, sent to America during the
Because his
Troubles.
dad was in the right.
Right.
He gets sent over to America.
Sent me over one day.
Project
One day
Children.
I'm throwing petrol bombs. Next minute I'm fucking matching tracksuits with his family in America, cycling around the fucking Wildwood. Watch the tram car, please.
Which is
What
mad
the
because
fuck?
that's where I live. When I was in America.
Wildwood.
Yeah.
Watch the
How long were you over there for?
So they send you over 6 weeks to a family, not even vetted. Like my brother went to like a nun, and all he had to do is clean.
Wow.
They brought him over for fucking slave labour, and he was like, and he was only 8. I was 10 or
Yours
something.
was decent.
I was going there holidays. The
still in touch
Wildwood
with
and the Finger Lakes, they're all dead, I think.
They all ended up in pies.
I was not expecting that. It also sounds very much like you
You
killed
done
them.
it? Yeah.
Oh, they're
Oh, they brought me. They
They're all
brought me
dead.
on holiday to Wildwoods and then the
They're
lakes.
in
And then where are
61
they all now?
Elmira.
They're all dead. They're all dead.
Roe Boyle just the octopus them, like, do you know what I mean?
Do you know the mad thing?
Unbelievable.
Everything in America came out a year before it came out here.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Movies,
right.
like
They
everything.
always have
Karate
it used
Kid
to be
2.
a
There was
year, yeah.
people used to go to America, and I used to remember such and such is going to America. Do you want any Levi's?
Aye, 501s.
Like how
Half the
fucking
price.
mad is that? So like they can get the Levi's over there.
So I
Did you
landed
ever-
back.
did
I
you
landed
ever
back
go to
with
the-
the ninjas.
The Lee factory.
So I says,
Lee
there's-
Factory, that's what I
In
said.
arts.
Arts.
Fucking
I
arts.
felt like you were in the car for 4 hours just to get to it.
Down the
It
arts.
shows you how much we didn't know.
To get
Like,
jeans.
I'm not even
Yeah.
joking.
I remember a mate of mine used to-
I'm wearing Lee now.
Are you?
I think these were bought in the Lee factory. in
Stag
88.
jeans. I was mad because I remember a mate used to train and exercise in Derry, and I used to think it was fucking so tropical, like fucking Derry, because it was back in. But see when I came back from America, I was saying there's a cartoon coming out, lads, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, unbelievable, and they're all like, fucking turtles doing karate, catch yourself on.
Live in a sewer. Splinter.
Living his eye, and the rats are
Boys on the fucking. See, since he killed them Americans, that's what they say.
Karate Kid 2 didn't believe me, and because there's nowhere to check, you can't check.
No,
There's
yeah.
nowhere
no.
to. There's no. So it came out, and that was like the fucking longest year. Just wanted to get them
Yeah.
back. And I says, "There you go, you wankers." And they went, "Nah, you said Ninja Turtles." They changed it to Hero Turtles
I
over here
remember
because
that.
we thought we would go all mental if we found out they were really ninjas,
Yeah.
and they had to change the whole thing.
I remember
But it was a
when they
year,
did that.
and just people are bastards, like,
Oh,
especially
no.
young ones. But back then, you had no information. But that
Our
America-
Fiona brought me back a school bag, like a Ninja Turtles one, and then on the inside of it was like the turtles with all the bits. Oh, it
but
was
they would have
brilliant.
been Ninja Turtles. So
I
it was
know they
really
were.
debate
It,
back
it
here.
said that. It said that. Like, but it was just fucking. They were great. Like great toys. Like, great.
I just love the
Splinter and all.
figurines
We
and all too.
fucking.
I just love the army men. They're the ones you set up, like the Germans and the Americans.
Oh, why you get like the greens and the
I
greys?
used
Yep.
to love them, but my brother used to love biting things, so I used to eat
Bit the head of them.
the guns. So I just
Oh,
played
right.
army men with no weapons. Just fucking-
Just eating guns. Like,
I just bite the remote, you know, the
Where we
buttons off
live,
the
we call
remote.
them sticks.
I've said this before. Our boys used to get my soldiers like that, and Kev would heat them up with a lighter, and Daggy would smack it with a hammer, and it would just go display them out, right? And I remember he did this with a couple of like prized toys of mine where Kev heats it up with a lighter, Decky smacks it, and then hands it back to me and goes, "It's a Terminator."
But it doesn't come back.
That's just
here, and you're disgusted.
Oh mate, I'm
Break your heart, like.
I'm not over some of those things that they did.
Could you went into the room and play with your toys for hours and nobody?
Yes, nobody bothered me. Yeah, great.
That's the same.
But then they couple of things like that. I had a couple of things go walkies, but our boys wrecked so many of my things like that, heating them up.
Are you
That was their
youngest?
favorite thing. Yeah.
Right.
Or do you know what
Two
they would do
bastards.
sometimes? They would tie like a curly's bag to one of them, make a parachute, but like,
Fuck it out the window.
but and they would go out the window and here see if it landed in our back garden class. Sometimes
Very rarely does,
sometimes
but-
it lands up in Strabane. You know what I mean? You just the wind takes it. Oh well, there's that fucking.
There's the brats.
There's my favorite fucking muscle man away. I had these wee pink ones that were sort of like skin colored wee men that were called muscle men, and they were all different. You know, they were like Monster in My Pocket before Monster in My Pocket was a thing.
I can remember.
They were like these wee fucking hard
Different
rubbery
stances
plastic,
and-
all like, and there was like ones that were like there was like a Roman gladiator one. There was one that had like an elephant's head. All these different things, and then they were only about that size.
I used to play with straws before we could pay for toys.
Mate,
Used to
straw.
fucking people thought I got creative, but I just talk to a straw.
That's the real troubles there, isn't it? Straw toys, like
straw,
yeah,
just a drinking straw.
yeah. Straw man, just fucking.
Just, I remember my mad because we were nuts. Like my younger brother used to bang his head off the wall to go to sleep. Used to fucking headbutt the wall. They ended up a boxer, like. One day
He was always a boxer in a funny way, wasn't he? Taking punishment,
My
like.
man loves telling the story. She's sitting watching TV. It was about 12 o'clock at night, and the older brother came down crying. And she says, "What's wrong? I can't sleep. Why?" She says, "Kieran keeps banging his head off the wall, and our Ronan's talking to his straws."
That's fucking
I said,
mental.
I'm just-
Here, have we questions, Dan? I know we put out a call on Patreon. Do you have any good ones? You weren't expecting us, Dan.
No, we've got two guests.
Here, I know, but you asked, so I don't want to have to go through. No, I mean you asked for the questions. I don't want to have to go because I try to answer.
Paddy,
I try to answer the questions even like so. If we don't answer them on the pod, I'll try and answer them for people like by text. But I don't want to have to answer like 20.
do you ever get questions that are just statements? They're not a
Yes.
question, it's just
Well, I had one of
statement.
them the other night at the live mysteries. I was like, right, guys, any questions? And then some guy just talked for 3 minutes. Yeah. Do I have any good ones, though? Sorry to put you on the spot.
Related to mysteries, Conan wants to know, would you go and watch a gladiator fight if one was put on?
Yes.
You have to repeat the question for seven.
Sorry. Would I go and watch... Would you go and watch a real Roman gladiator fight, like a real one, if it was on? Like, where guys are actually going to
No.
Do you reckon I
potentially
look like
die?
Russell Crowe a wee bit?
No.
You know, from Gladiator?
Do you look like Russell Crowe?
You look more like Russell Grant.
You look more like fucking Wurzel Gummidge.
Look up.
Hello, Aunt Sally.
I look like
Got a
Russell Crowe
sliced
today.
cake.
You ever see him now?
Aye, aye.
It's better now.
Oh, here, I
You
do you know what?
definitely go and see it, but there is that sort.
I wouldn't.
There's people
wouldn't?
that do that.
Like reenactment shit.
No, but there's with the whole
I
lot,
couldn't-
and they're in
I
a cage
couldn't
with the
watch it.
whole
I hate-
Yeah.
night stuff on and start wheeling each
Do you
other.
know when I was at the Dublin Comic Con last year, of course it was, and I went down to it. I was with
dressed
I was with as myself. I went because I think I had an Iron Man t-shirt on or something. Yeah, I went down with comic book guys. You know, the shop from here. They had a shop at it, but they have their own comic, so they were launching an issue of their comic at it, and I was leading like a Q&A with them for it. Anyway, it was
You were selling your fucking Ninja Turtles, weren't you?
it's original,
love
hasn't even been
comics too,
touched.
hey?
Still in the box, right? So I was
You don't know
I
what
don't know.
I done to keep them away for Kev and Declan? These boys nearly were parachuted the whole way down the Blacks Road.
They're all melted down.
That's unreal. So I was down at that, and there was guys. So there was two guys I think that were there, that were like armorer type guys, and they had the armor on and they had swords. But then they were fully turning around to members of the public and going, "Do you want to come into the ring here?" and just fucking wail on each other, as you say.
Ah.
And they were letting people, so they're putting the armor on, and then they're just going, "Go at it for like a minute." And mate, people were beating the cunt out of each other. There was a whole crowd. This was outside. You know that big building in Dublin where the building sort of sits like that,
slants.
and then there's a big tower goes through it. Yeah, like that. So
At the bridge?
architecture, right? So I'm like,
Human nature just in it.
the Dublin Conference Centre, whatever the fuck it's called, right? So, mate, out the front of that, there was
Board gas.
about 100 people standing around that, just watching two complete strangers
Isn't it just
beating the absolute
human
Christ.
nature, isn't it?
It's
Just-
fucking wild.
Like even like that boxing's happening again because people just want to see it.
When is that actually? By the way, we should talk about that.
June the 26th.
I don't know why.
One of my training partners this time.
So June the 26th in
I don't know the venue.
I was
Ulster
told
Hall?
the waterfront. It could be the Ulster Hall, apparently. So
Ulster Hall, according to Dan.
Yeah.
Dan's the man that knows
Dan,
things like
Dan
that.
the
But I
man.
got a text
Yeah.
from Shane. It's definitely the 26th. It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Why did they go for a Wednesday?
Just it's the hospitals aren't as busy as time. So there's going to be a bit of murder.
Wednesday night, that's gotta be mental.
I heard
it
you were
was.
in for
That's what I hear.
So, are we allowed to say who people are fighting?
I'm fighting Big Geddes. Big
Apparently, we
Colin.
are allowed. So, what? Yeah, you're fighting Colin. Who are you fighting, Paddy?
some dick called Mickey Bartlett.
Mickey
Oh,
Farrell.
wow. We've never heard that.
Disgusting.
That's like boiled
I
egg.
know, yeah.
Brought back,
egg.
I brought back first year for him.
That's like boiled egg at school.
Climb on the pickles again.
And that's fucking.
With his melted muscle, man.
See what I was trying. I was thinking of doing a video because how do you beat Geddes at videos? Because he's the master.
Yeah.
So I was thinking do something silly, and I know tons of travellers. So I was thinking down the traveller site, but don't go on like a traveller, but do stupid jokes
Do
and
the
get and then
voice.
get them to
I was
go.
going to say
Go
do the
on,
voice,
like-
but you have the voice, so
Or I was going to get Big Fenton and Eamon.
and the look.
You know Fenton Harvey? He's about 7'9",
Aye.
and Eamon's that size. So I was thinking of doing a video with them and
Here, I
Vest.
tell you what, there's a fight.
Fenton and Eamon.
Yeah.
That'd be class.
See what happens.
You remember not this content? You remember not this
But I just picture the video. No, you can't see Fenton's head. No, just me and Eamon.
Yeah.
I'm doing the moves and all. But I haven't started
shins will be
training yet.
knackered. Just
How long are you
fucking-
boys training? Because you've lost weight. I think
I just lost weight in that trailer.
Shane and Colin's definitely training because he's putting his
Mickey's
videos
been
up.
training
I-
from November.
I would
awesome,
genuinely hate, and I hope it never happens. I would hate to take a dig off you or Colin. I would hate that.
Not me.
You
no.
took a dig off. What
I hated that too.
that was even when you were doing that, I was going, what's he that?
You know, it was great. We had Frampton on there, Carl Frampton, like in a recent episode, and I was telling him about that, and he was like, "I would throw can't punch." And I'm like, shots fired, but also you're sort of firing up slightly at me by saying I'm an even bigger bitch than we already know.
I got
I would
more
hate
annoyed
that.
there that you said. You looked at him and just dismissed me.
Hold on a wee
I'd take a
second now,
punch off
Paddy.
him.
I wouldn't want to take a dig off you either, but I would hate to take a dig off him or Colin.
I've took one of them.
I would hate it. No, but see, there was a moment during that last year, I think I might have said about this, there was a moment when Ro had already come out and then we're waiting on you to come on. He was sort of bouncing around the ring, and I always remember this because it's in there, right? Where it's in the wank bag, right? I was having such a great time, right? So, and I'm essentially done at that point. Like it's the last
you were
fight.
right.
I'm not commenting on it. So I'm just getting to fucking enjoy myself for the last couple of fights, right? I'm having a fucking great time. And he comes into the ring and he sort of goes around it a couple of times and he goes over to one of the wee pillars in the corner
hits it.
and he just threw like a wee triplet of punches into it and it went like and I just went
Do you know I remember seeing you
I remember literally just going, oh, Paddy!
I looked at you when you were doing it. I was like,
I know, right? I just saw it, went, that's a nightmare. I would hate that. And then, do you know what as well? See, whenever, like, I made that wee video with Tommy and Tyrone when Tyrone had a fight coming up, and we went and made like a wee comedy video for it, promo. And there was a bit where, so they wanted me to sort of be standing in the ring with them, and it's all a bit fuck about it. And then there was a bit where I'm holding pads, and Tyrone's hitting them, but he's not really.
Aye.
I was still going, fuck me, right? But he's like, oh, and then Tommy goes, here, I'll hold it now, and just let loose. And made see during that bit. And then there was a bit where they were sparring for the video but it was like, they were trying to do it as close to the real thing as they could. But the only thing that was choreographed was like, Tommy was like, I'm going to throw a few at you from here, then I'll sort of charge in,
Yeah.
and Tyrone's like, and then I'll move out and get you in the corner, right? It was only a bit, because they were fully just throwing digs at each other. Mate, I was just standing there at the side of it, just going, this is fucking
You would never do
mental.
it?
I did not hate it.
like, there's other
wouldn't
comedians
do
I
it.
thought maybe would like Big Dave. No chance.
I just wouldn't. I strongly feel that I wouldn't want to hit anybody, in case anything happened to them, and that's not like a. I don't want to take the.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I was just like, no, I was just like,
Move the chair.
no. I was
Whatever
just like,
silent face you want.
that's a strong feeling, but I also wouldn't want to get smacked in case
See when
something
you
happened.
punch, you go pew.
See when me and him,
Turtles, right? You know what I
see
mean?
when me
Like
and him
that's-
went in.
Hi, Logan.
Me and him went into the ring, like, and we were sort of talking before, and we were like, "Well, not
wreck each
we're,
other.
We're fucking mates.
We're
Yeah,
going to kill.
We get in the ring, and then I don't know if he hit me first, but he says I hit him first.
Yeah.
But I hit him. Well, he says I hit him, so I hit him, and it was a wee bit too hard. And he fucking hit me, and I went, "You fucking cunt!" So, like, literally in the first round, we did fucking punch each other.
Yeah.
And the ref went to stop the fight. and
Yeah, I
we were
remember.
looking at him
I remember.
going, Don't stop it. But the
Yeah.
ref was probably going, "Hold on, lads, here." You know,
It was mental.
we were.
We didn't go on for the kill, but
We didn't like it, but we did let a few go.
aye.
And then I remember you going, we were against the ropes, and he said to me, "I can't breathe." And I went, "It's okay." And I was,
I says SSE, not I can't breathe.
and
I better move
I
for
was
me.
like literally just doing, like I wasn't, and my dad's at the side slapping the mat going, "Hit him!" And I was like, "I'm getting points." And but he couldn't breathe. And then the last round, like I couldn't physically
Aye.
breathe. Like I remember fucking standing.
We stopped it
there.
early a wee bit too because of the
We
two.
were.
We're like,
We
sure, I
couldn't
was
breathe.
here. I got booed. They all loved him.
But it was great though because you were like Wolf and Gladiators.
Bartlett said to me, Mickey, he was from, "That's not boo, that's who."
He's like, "God."
That made me feel better, like.
He's a wee dick.
I'll get him for you.
I
You're
quite-
with the O'Neills.
I'll get him.
I'm wearing my own stuff
I'll
this
get
time.
you.
I enjoyed Mickey's fight to be fair.
He set McCartney up.
Shane was like,
Mickey's fight, can I just say, McCartney came the week before the fight, still training,
Aye.
and couldn't hold his hands up.
mental.
I'll tell you what.
And Mickey looked amazing.
Mickey
because
was
But
good,
Mickey
yeah.
was doing every podcast. Man, we'll not be able to fight. We'll be laughing that much in the middle of the ring. And also, McCartney's going on going, "Happy days." And I was
Mickey
like,
fucking took
Yeah,
it.
what do you call him? Shane as well was fucking unreal. Shane was actually
They need to
legit
fight-
very good at
Well,
it.
Shane,
Shane- I
Shane and
stepped
Sean
up.
in it this time.
He stepped up a wee bit this time.
but I think Shane's like at everything, 100%.
Aye.
Because you seen him in training too.
But listen, I didn't get picking my fight. Did you get picking your fight?
I got told to him fighting. Same with this one. When
Yes.
you fight girls, 100%.
No, but like I called this fight as soon as it was done.
Because nobody would fight me because I used to fight.
No, but it was nothing to do. I would have got in and fought you again. But it was the fact
Oh,
that
that's
everybody
true.
was like, Mickey. So I was
Aye.
like, if I fight who everybody thinks is the best boxer, I'm not a loser here. It
Well,
doesn't
they all
matter.
had Mickey had skills.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So,
You're going to have to train for this one.
but I'm just saying, I'm getting the underdog anyway, so it's not a big, do you know what I mean? But he's more my height.
I'm training to sing something at it, so he's a big glad to know.
me.
Yeah, it's all about me.
Would you never do it?
I don't think so.
Keezy's on about it all the time, but
I would hate that as well. To be fair, no, I think I wouldn't do it because this is true.
What about that cop that pulled over Chloe?
ding.
You fucking get the fight out of the man, I tell you.
I
you fall
I
down.
fight you one hand
this-
behind my back.
I have this
Full
feeling
on
about it.
traveller.
I have this feeling about it where I go.
What about the deer with the gimpy
Yeah,
legs?
I'll fight. It's Kieran Bartlett versus Youthful Buck.
Marmaduke.
Fucking made my Bambi day.
As long as we can get his antlers off, do you know what I mean? Sam him down. Yeah. Well, here, have you done anything apart from the boxing? What have you on comedy wise? Because we're gonna wrap up.
You know
here,
what?
so.
We're doing the 30th of May, the My Live Pod.
We are.
You're doing the
That's in. Is that in the
Trees.
Kosh?
Fir Trees.
Fir trees. Sorry,
So it'll be a great night. I'm looking forward to doing the Millennium Forum at the end of the month.
100%.
Because I did it by him. That was some show.
Aye,
Before
it is
Christmas.
gonna be good. It is gonna be good.
What a room.
Yeah, it's gonna be class. And then what have you got? You're out
SSE's out the 4th of October. When's this out?
a few weeks,
Who's opening
A
for you?
few weeks. What?
isn't it?
26th.
26th of March.
26th of March. So yeah, the SSE 4th of October, and I'm also. It'll be out on sale now. The O2 Academy in Glasgow. So it'll be my
You're going to
biggest-
Australia soon too, aren't
I'm
you?
going to Australia, but I'll be in Australia when this is out. So
Amazing.
good time, mate.
I thought you were meant to be in the bar room
Accents.
until I got a poster sent to me saying,
Do you know what? That fucked everybody because I wasn't meant to be away over Easter.
I think Australia too was one of them.
The
You're
Australia
waiting
was
word.
like, and then they came back and went, no, we need him here at this date. Because there is a period that I'm doing fuck all.
Of course,
over there
chatting
for
to your
a couple of
brother
days.
when we were doing Bruno's podcast, I said, fucking Australia calls, we tour, you're not Boiler Room, Australia.
Yeah.
It takes you the same
Strabane,
amount of time to
Australia.
get the boat.
Free cent.
You know, through Sierra Leone,
That's a brilliant bit.
7 mils.
Population 11. Now, we'll see you. Thanks for coming in, lads. It's been great.
Gura
crack,
Mila
and
Morgan.
we will. We'll see you in the next one. Take it
Slan.
easy.
You.
Oh, no.